Hey, what's up everybody? Video 44 coming into another video. Alright, so I hear Adam Silver is curious about using 10-minute quarters. A few thoughts come to mind. One thing that comes to mind is anything that keeps them having to shut down some of those games off that damn schedule. They're not going to cut it down from 82 to like 73 or something like that. So they rather cut into the games. That's what I think is actually going on there. He said something along the lines of, 2-hour programming is better for the TV viewers' attention span or something along those lines. I mean, I guess that's one way to look at it, but I don't think that's really a thing because we've been watching the same basketball our whole lives. So your viewership expects games to be 3 hours long because that's all we've ever known. So I don't know about that. I think trying to fit the times when you have something that has historical ramifications can be something that is looked down upon, and that's one thing that Adam Silver has tried to do a lot of as a commissioner, messing with the all-star games, trying to mess around with conferences, potentially want to add different tournaments and all this stuff. I'm telling you, when you look back on the historical ramifications of what you're doing and over the long term, it looks weird. It looks like your era was like a black eye on the league. Because what's likely going to happen is the next commissioner is going to restructure everything back to the way it was. Eastern, Western, all-star games. You know what I mean? Just a conference play. Because historically, that's what actually is going to matter more, in my opinion. Now, of course, you see big things happen like the insertion of the three-point arc or the merger of the ABA and the NBA that changed things forever. But a lot of the stuff that Adam Silver's trying to do is just gimmicky. And it's meant for a microwave era for which is not going to stay forever. It's not going to always be like this. So some of the changes he's trying to implement, I don't think are really all that positive for the long term. I just think he's trying to fit today a little too much. Just give people basketball, It's literally all we want. I think ad culture is what actually extends these basketball games, to be honest with you. Commercials needing to be inserted, so therefore teams are encouraged to use timeouts a little more and stuff like that. I think that type of stuff is really what's extending basketball games to 3 and 4 hours. You have good paced basketball and integrity based basketball that's officiated properly, you're going to have games that people like to watch. I mean, people don't like watching gimmicky stuff. I think that's what it comes down to. We like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. He's putting mayonnaise on the thing. Like, that's the problem. If you notice that their ratings started going down when he started screwing around and stuff. I think the best thing for him to do, in my humble opinion, is just reset everything back to the way it was. And just live with what it comes with it. Your all-star game, East-West. You keep your tournament. Playing tournament's been a positive change. We like it. But, like, some of the new stuff that he's trying to do from here, he's putting mayonnaise on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, man. I'm telling you. When people have been eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for 100 years, and you got this weird era where this dude came in and tried to do all kinds of weird stuff, it just looks like a black eye, and it's hard to measure the players historically against all of those who had things normal during their eras. And I think that's what he's toying with. I think he's toying with that, and I don't think he's going to be looked at positively for doing it. Not in the long run. I know money's everything, and it's tough trying to follow David Stern after what he did and expanding the game internationally. But one thing he didn't insert into the game was a bunch of wacky gimmicks and a bunch of stuff that tried to keep up with the random times, per se. No. You have a certain formula that has worked. Stick with the formula. I'm not saying be a traditionalist without any change at all. But some of the stuff that he's trying to do during his tenure in a tight window of what has it been 6-7 years he's been a commissioner? It's just a black eye on an entire NBA history book type thing, and it's just not going to look well. And when you zoom out 50-60 years from now, it's just going to look like, okay, that was a year where Silver was trying to do all that weird stuff. Asterisks, continuation after he left. Like, that's how that's going to probably end up looking, to be completely honest with you. So I don't know. I don't know if this is a bad idea. shutting it down to 10 minutes a game probably allows for them to keep their 82, 81 game schedule, whatever it is with the tournament, 83 game schedule, depending on who wins the championship. But you're messing with the historical ramifications and numbers of these players that are being weighed against people all time. And I just don't think he's going to be loved for that. I don't think so. In fact, I think he's going to be, it's going to look bad in the long term. So, I don't know, man. Corporate greed is ruining a lot of great things. I really believe that. Corporate greed. The need to make ad investors pleased makes it so that you're trying things to make them happy instead of just doing what made them come there in the first place. Promising them progression instead of steady, I think, is ultimately what I see that is wrong there, in my opinion. And so I would love for ad culture to go away. The companies find a better way than to intervene into the things that we like to watch, to sell us things, programming and stuff like that, ads on the side of jerseys and stuff like that. I would love for just the American Western world ad culture to just die entirely. I would love that. BDL44. I thank you all for watching. I'm out.